we are going to Bruce.
Austin, this is the most unbelievable story that I have ever heard on a top call. And I've been in the group for 2.5 years. I can't wrap my brain around it and was wondering if you can walk us through your spiritual journey. What did this do? I mean, these two plane crashes and all that's been discussed. What did that do to your belief in God, your faith in God, your spirituality, and what kind of a response you had? And did that take a little while?
Yeah, well, it's God didn't do this to me, to my family, or to me. But He gives us free will, so I think He let it happen though. And like I said, it's not His fault. I mean, He gives us free will. We all make mistakes, and unfortunately, my dad made a couple really big ones. Um, but I look at it as so much good has come from it, not come from my family dying, but so many people have been impacted positively by how God has blessed me in my road to recovery and my response, and how like, yeah. So it's interesting because so I often wrestle with the question of was this destined? Was this I believe God has a plan for life. Like things have already been planned out, right? My life's been planned out, yours have been planned out. Like things are going to happen. How was this in the plan? Obviously, maybe, but it's hard to wrestle with. And I think that yeah. So my faith went right pretty soon after the accident. I was mad at God. I was mad because I thought He did this to me. I thought He, right. But then as soon as I started to get a little bit better, started to recover, and all these great things were happening, I came to realize that, yeah, He did. He's blessed me too much on this road, on this really challenging road. I've been so blessed, and I think now, I'm just very grateful. I'm very grateful, and for the opportunities that I have, and to have been through something, and not to say that my story gives me credibility, but I think when I talk about resilience, and I talk about growing through it and having the growth mindset, and finding a way, like people can relate to it, and most people will never go through a life-threatening accident. Fortunately, most people don't go through that, but obviously everybody goes through something, and big challenge, small challenge, whatever it is. Like adversity is adversity, and I just feel like incredibly blessed to be in a position now that I can hopefully inspire people, give them a little perspective, and give them a little inspiration, motivation, and hopefully hey, if this guy can overcome his challenges, I can overcome mine too. If he can do it, so can I. But yeah, I really believe that God's been with me the whole way, and I think I really believe that God blesses resilience. I think He blesses hard work, right? And yeah, I think it's kind of like, I think it's James 1, 2, and 3 that says, "Consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance." It's obviously not joyful to experience challenges or adversity, but the joy comes in the recovery process, and like it's not joyful in the moment necessarily, but when you get to the other side, that's where I think the joy comes. And then I think a few verses later, I want to say it's maybe James 1:9. It says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love Him." It says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres," right? What more can anybody ask in your life? For the spiritual, if you're a spiritual person, what more can you ask for than to be blessed and to have God's hand over your life? Like, I mean, I feel like my life is, I'm not going to say my life is proof of that verse, but I feel like, man, we face some big adversity, big challenges, but we are blessed to overcome it, and blessed to have been able to persevere. And yeah, today me and my family we're more blessed than you could ever imagine.